ira. Se dit le brave type comme le scélérat. Pour le sale, favelas, même sort, même idée. Qu'on s'en sorte à l'espoir, tous fidèles. Ah, São Paulo, zona norte.
It's the game show.
The Chicago Bulls are on the road in this interconference game today. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. And, of course, Kyle Korver, since he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, you know, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineups. Jimmy Butler is out there with Saric. Then it's D. Then there's Howard. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Outside, Green. There's the feed to Parker. Takes the three. That's good. Parker. Got 6 points.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Parker's gone a perfect 2 of 2 from the arc. Rondo kicks to Howard. There's the pass to Valentine. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. D's got his first 3 points of the game.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Outside Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Green in the post. Comes up empty down low. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Rockets in Houston.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
4 on the clock. Here's Butler. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Leonard. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dish now to Parker. And it's blocked. An even 3-on-3 break. Tries to save it. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Leonard.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Butler after the basket by San Antonio. And it's Rondo penetrating. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Butler's got his first basket. The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Aldridge a screen. Parker passes to Aldridge. Can't hit. And the Bulls going the other way now. Outside Rondo. They set the screen. Howard dishes to Butler. And they double up Butler. 6 to shoot. Count the bucket.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Parker outside. Passes it to Aldridge. Kicks to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. That's a 2 from Parker. Rebound by the Bulls. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an inter-conference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
Here's Parker. Jimmy Butler making his last shot.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Rondo. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Rondo kicks to Sarge. Here's Valentine. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Parker outside. Dishes it to Aldridge. Shoots from the baseline. The shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Shoots from the elbow. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. 6 points for Butler.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think they're one of the few teams that can play that poorly and still almost come away with the win.
Count that one. That's 7 points for D.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now, here's Parker. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. And here's Rondo. Pass to Valentine. Screen by Valanciunas. Valentine passes to Butler. It's rebounded by Aldridge. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Back to Parker. Gasol setting the pick for Parker. And Gasol, here we go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Rondo kicks to Sarge. They set the pick, and the pass to Valentine. Here's Rondo. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. He feeds it to Gasol. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Chicago with the ball, trailing by 2. Passes it to Valentine. Knocks it loose. Parker with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Parker's got 8 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Outside Butler. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Parker. 8 points for him. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Portis comes in for Sarge. And T subbed in for D.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the Spurs making a change here. Lee's checked in. San Antonio leading. Mills with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. A wide open look for Gasol. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Butler. 32 points for him last game against Houston.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots. I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Biombo. The shot is off. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why. We and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Rondo. He had 10 points in the win against Houston.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air. You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Here's Simmons. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Gasol. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw, no good.
Shooting for San Antonio, Pau Gasol. 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Rondo. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Biombo kicks to Butler. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Butler's got 10 points in the game. Now Mills. From deep. No good, trying to beat the...
And now, your Spurs dance team.
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Mark Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
Anderson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's David Lee. Then it's Mills. And it's Simmons in at the 2 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Inside. And finished off by Leonard.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Valanciunas on the money with the shot from the left block. Valanciunas has got his second bucket tonight. San Antonio leading by 6. And Mills kicks to Lee. Pass to Leonard. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to T. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Valanciunas has got 6.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Bulls trail by 8. The pass to Valentine. Screen by Valanciunas. The tray. Lee gets the rebound.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
The drive by Rondo. Here's Valentine. Good D by Lee.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Pushing their lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today. Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Howard's checked in for Chicago. Sarge comes in for T. Screen by Howard. Here's Valentine. And again, Chicago. No good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Feeds to Aldridge. Here's Dedmon. He started by Howard. Dedmon passes to Green. Second chance shot. Dedmon's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Leonard dishes to Parker. It's stolen by Rondo. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Valentine. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Aldridge with a screen on Rondo. Parker kicks to Aldridge. San Antonio again missing. Bulls have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Howard, the pass to Valentine. Here's Valanciunas. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's Rondo. Screen by Valanciunas. The feed to Howard. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Valanciunas. Defense right on him. And he hits the jump shot.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. He kicks it to Green. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Green's got 6.
Boy, nice to see Parker setting a solid screen there.
Bulls trail by 7. Poked away. Parker with the steal. Ahead, jumps up, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game. Butler, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Saric. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Saric has got his second bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Gambo, he's checked in for Chicago. Spurs leading by 7. Parker drives in. That's tipped. And Saric kicks to Bianco. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Puts it up from 17. That's short off the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Out to the wing. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Pau Gasol has checked in for San Antonio. Valentine covered by Parker. And the basket good. Now it's just a 3-point Spurs lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And Leonard has it in the corner. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. The jump hook. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Valentine. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
He dishes it to Butler. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Butler's got 12 in the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a... terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. The Bulls in second.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Howard. And T subbed in for Sarge. Valentine passes to Portis. Down low. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Pau Gasol.
And a chance to check out the stats for D. how last month turned out for him. He's at this and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. San Antonio leading by 3. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Hits from the high post. Gasol's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about that sweet-looking stroke from Gasol?
Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. They set the pick. Valentine passes to Biyombo. There's the dish to Butler. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Butler's got 14.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. Can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them. Some outstanding numbers in this one for Butler. He has 15 points and a steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Passes it to Valentine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Gasol with the rebound.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Valentine, covered by Mills. Kicks it to Butler. With some arc. The shot is off. Mills. The shot is off. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Pau Gasol has been getting it done. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting it.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And now the third quarter about to get going. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rajon Rondo is out there with D. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Saric, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
Spurs leading by 6. Parker dishes to Dedmon. He feeds it to Aldridge. Goes up on the wing. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. There's a screen. And Butler, here we go, used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Parker kicks to Dedmon. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Bulls trail by 8. Here's Rondo. Dishes to Howard. Pass to Butler. Lets it go from 11. Butler can't get that one to fall.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Parker's shot is off. Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've led it 5 from downtown. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. First in scoring, third in free throw percentage, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul. Two minutes into the second half of play now. To the paint, here's Howard, and he dunks it down.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
It's Parker with the drive. Kicks it out to Leonard. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Howard setting the pick for Rondo. Pass to Sarge. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, the fast break has really been good to him here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 scores have come from fast break opportunities. They have made the most of their chances.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Parker. And the Spurs lead by 8.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Talk about some great numbers for Green. He has 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he's squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for D. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rondo passes to Butler, feeds it to Howard. He kicks it to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Left side, Butler. And it's blocked.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Howard. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Excellent execution of the plan there.
Parker against Rondo. This one for three. Parker's shot is off.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Butler goes in. Off target on the 15-footer.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack. Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Substitution for the Spurs.
So it's Chicago now. It's a 10-point game. They set the pick. Rondo kicks to Howard. Clock at 6. Here's Butler. And that one's good. Butler's got 18 points.
There's not much working for him as he moves to 1 of 6 now in the quarter.
San Antonio's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. That's good. That's now 8 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And there's the pass to Butler. Back to Rondo. Right side, Butler. No good on the three.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Chicago calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And some changes here for the Spurs. David Lee's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Leonard. The Bulls also changing it up. Biyombo checks in for Dwight Howard. And T subbed in for Sarge. Gasol inside, working on Biyombo. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Chicago foul.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Rondo dishes to Butler. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Butler. 14 points now for Valanciunas. San Antonio leading by 13. Here's Lee, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Rondo kicks to Biyombo. Tipped away. Here's Simmons. And there's the feed to Gasol. He dishes it to Mills. Passes it to Simmons. Valanciunas against Gasol. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. 16 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Rondo kicks to Biyombo. And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. Number 5 is Rajon Rondo.
and he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Free throw, good, Butler. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And Anderson kicks to Mills. Gasol passes to Simmons. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Bulls trail by 16. Outside Rondo. The dish to Butler. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. D, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Valentine passes to Portis. Clock at 6. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
The three from Mills. Chicago grabs the miss. Butler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the screen. .109 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Portis. Can't get it to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Kicks it to Mills. This one for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Butler. They get the rebound. Portis. Pass to T. He feeds it to Butler. Goes up again. And Gasol sends it back. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Butler sends it back. That drops. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Simmons kicks to Mills. Tries to snap the cold streak. Misses the shot.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Parker. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Screened by Valanciunas. Puts up the baby hook. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Spurs.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Spurs leading by 11. And here is Parker. Dishes it to Dedmon. He kicks it to Leonard. Low block shot on the way. Another miss by Leonard. Chicago has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Howard trying to free himself up. And there's Valanciunas on the assist from Saric.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's the screen. Parker right side. They kick it out to Green. And stolen by Butler. One-on-one fast break. The pass to Valentine. Knocked loose. Here's Leonard. Oh, standing finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And Valanciunas kicks to Saric. 6 to shoot. Back to Valanciunas. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 16 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
The Bulls making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Green with the ball. Dedmon kicks to Leonard. And that one is hammered home.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Rondo against Parker. Outside Rondo. Pulls it from the elbow. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Parker drives in, and that one's good.
And just... a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Chicago calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
To the inside, Dedmon. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Rondo dishes to Valanciunas. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 9 assists now tonight. Spurs leading by 11. Green kicks to Parker. Good D by Howard.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Good.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Back to Rondo. Here's Valanciunas.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Rondo. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. Back to Parker. A 3 ball, and that is good.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Rondo against Parker. Outside Rondo. Baseline jumper. Passes to Valentine. Launches it. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
There's the pick. Rondo against Parker. And another basket for San Antonio. Bulls trail by 11. Rondo passes to Valentine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rondo dishes to Valanciunas. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
David Lee's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. Valanciunas with a screen on Leonard. Valentine passes to Valanciunas. And good on the basket. Book it. Valanciunas has got 24.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and assertive on the offensive end.
It's Parker with the drive. Banked in off the glass. He's got 19. Bulls trail by 11. Outside Butler. Saric with the screen for Butler. And he gets the bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Leonard, no luck.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Valentine passes to Rondo. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Assist from Valentine.
Spurs leading by 7. Now here's Parker. Feeds it to Leonard. Takes it from 10. And the shot is good. Popping in off the front of the rim. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Rondo. To the wing on the left. Here's Valentine. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Out to Parker. Lee dishes to Leonard. That's good. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Chicago timeout call.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He went over the offensive plan, and that hinges on running through Valanciunas. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Simmons is checked in, and B's subbed in for Tony Parker. Leonard attacking. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Leonard's got 12 now in this quarter.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Right side Gasol, poked away. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Butler kicks to Rondo. Screen by Valanciunas. Rondo passes to Valanciunas. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. 1:24 left here in the 4th quarter. Vince Carter, he's checked in for San Antonio. Rondo dishes to Saric, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And there's the feed to lead. He dishes it to Forbes. Drills it from outside. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Spurs.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win of the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Bulls.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Leonard. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team. How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Combo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Portis comes in for Saric, and T subbed in for D. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Bulls foul. Rajon Rondo. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Butler kicks to Valanciunas, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his. That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 8. 19 seconds left in the game. 19 seconds left in the fourth. To the middle. Butler on the wing. The three. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Now Valanciunas, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for it. It didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt. But give
Pal, first off, congratulations on the win. How do you guys evaluate the progression of this team and how things are going right now?
Well, we're getting there. You know, it's we're working hard, executing and going through our plays every practice so we can execute better during games. And I think today we did
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the chart.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal,